pretend like just we're on the first hole and we're just going to play that one hole. Just imagine I'm playing that. So the first things first is I don't take practice swings myself. I don't advise it, and the reason for that is if I can look at a shot and see it, and I know I can play it, I've got the club in my hand, and I'm absolutely positive I can play it. Well, if I go take practice swing, I've now stepped from positive to negative, and I'd rather stay with the positive because if I hit that shot without taking those practice swings, knowing I could do it actually increases my confidence. And the other thing is taking practice swings is you're using energy, and when you're playing golf, you want to conserve your physical and mental energy for the whole round. Um, but I mean, the thing with golf, it's a game where you've got a personal choice. So if you want to take practice swings, you can. But for me personally, I don't recommend it. So let's say we're on the first tee. It's par four, just a basic par four, nothing to it. Straight tee shot. So I always play a fade. Unless I've got to hit a draw, I'm always playing a fade, and that's because I aim down the middle to the left and then fade it back. And the reason I do that is because if I hit it straight, it's just going to end up on the left side. If I fade it nicely, it's going to end up where I want, and if I overfade it, it's just going to end up on the right side. And that's the thing with a fade is compared to a hook will run out, whereas a fade tends to stay in play more. So I'm going to go with a fade. Now, looking at my shot, I'm going to look where it's going to land, and then I want to find the trajectory, the apex point of the trajectory, and that's where I'm focusing on because that's all I can control. That's where Ben Hogan said, if you have trajectory, you have control. If you can put it through a spot in the sky, well, it's going to land pretty much where you want it. And so I'm focusing on that. Now, being that it's the first shot for the day, I want to stay relaxed and I want to let that shot set the tone for the day. So for this one shot, I'll take a couple practice swings, just slow, just staying smooth, and then I'll come back, I'll look at where I want the ball to finish, look at my thing in the sky. Now, what a lot of pros do, you'll see them do it, they'll take their grip like this. It's one thing I don't recommend because when I'm practicing, I always take my grip here. So if I'm going to start back from here, I'm going to walk into my ball and then I'm going to grip exactly how I'm going to grip exactly how I do on the practice fairway because I always want to play the way I practice. And so I've set up to hit a fade and then off we go. So I've hit that down the straight to where I want to in the middle of the fairway. A straightforward shot to the green. Now, when playing into a green, imagine this is what Ben Hogan used to do. Imagine there's a 30-foot circle around the green, and that's your target. Now, if you've got a pin that is let's just set up in a difficult location. Picture the 30-foot circle around it, and if you can see that you can hit into that 30-foot circle, then go for it. But if you can't, then play to the 30-foot circle in a safer area. So unless I'm hitting a draw, again, always hitting a fade. Now this time I know I can hit the shot, like I've seen my target, I've looked up in the air, I've got my club selected, so I'm going to hit a fade. So I just step in, just take my setup, and same again, just keeping it all simple. And then I'm going to hit the shot. Now I've hit that shot, it's come off perfect. It's finished 30 feet from the green, and I got 30 feet from the hole. Sorry, so the hole's down there. Now standing behind my ball, if I can either see or feel the slope, then I'm going to walk on the low side. So say the green's sloping this way, I'm going to walk this way. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to pace my ball to the hole. So one step equals 3 feet roughly. That's just to have an idea of, distance of the putt. So let's say the ball is a hole now. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk 3 feet around the hole. The moment I feel my feet go from uphill to downhill, I'm going to stop, take half a step back, point my feet towards the hole. Now that's the slope. That's the straight line of the slope. I'm going to go back to the ball, bring the ball back. I'm going to walk backwards, keeping an eye on that 3 foot area, because that 3 foot area is very vital. That's the last part where it dives into the hole. And when you're up at the hole too, before you walk around, just have a look around the hole, because people, just have a look at it and see if you can see anything. Then come back to your ball. Now you know where the path is. You can see the path, and no practice putts, come straight in and set up. And just before you putt, take a look at the hole for just a second, and then just take your putt, and hopefully it goes in. So we've played a hole now. Now that's how you would go around the whole course. So you're always playing, if you don't need to play a draw, you're always playing a fade. So let's say we missed a fairway and we've got to hit some sort of shot, delicate kind of shot, and we need to get a bit of a feel for it. So instead of a practice swing, we'll come up, we've got the ball, come up next to the ball and just pretend you're throwing it, and you'll get that physical connection. Because like if I've got a club, now that I get distracted, I'm feeling more of the club. Well, here I'm getting more of a feeling of what I really need to be doing. Once I've got that feeling, just select a club and hit the shot. And so let's say now moving into the short game, 40 yards and in. And so 40 yards and in, and it's the same with putting. So for every putt you got, you want to believe you can hole it, even if you're not. Always believe you're going to hole it. 40 yards and in, just even from 100 yards in, you want to believe that you're going to hole that shot. So, but we're 40 yards and in, and so same thing. If I want to get a feel for the shot, get next to the ball. You really feel it. Seve used to do this. Just get the feel for that shot. Once you've got the feel for the shot, then just set up and play the shot. There's not much to it. Oh, hit the camera. Just going to have to straighten that up. So that's so everything there is what you need to do for a round. You may want to watch this video a few times and just write down some key features, but the whole point of golf is you never practice when you're learning to swing. You don't practice your technique out on the practice fairway. You do that at home, and because when it comes to swing, the golf ball's got nothing to do with it. It's irrelevant. The only time the golf ball has something to do with the swing is when we're actually hitting shots. And so we do that out on the practice fairway. So we do our technique training away from the practice fairway, and we practice our shot making, just exactly how we hit them on the course. And just thinking. So yeah, it's everything you really do in golf, like learning the golf swing. You don't need to. You just need to. You don't have to hit a ball. You can do all your technique training at home. Go to the practice fairway, hit the shot, see how you go. It's really not that hard. So yeah, at practice fairway, short game, putting. I've been through that in previous videos. Now, how good you want to become as a golfer, that's up to you. How much time do you want to spend practicing? How many times a week are you playing? To be a good golfer, at least once a week, but twice a week. To be a really good golfer. Or are you just playing for fun? It really doesn't matter. That it's up to you. And the whole point of this series is I've done it in a way where hopefully everything's easy to understand. It's simple and easy to understand, where you can teach yourself, and what you decide to do with your golf and how you want to play, that's up to you. If you want to get really good, well, you're going to have to practice and you have to play often. If you just want to play for fun, you don't even have to practice. Everything I've explained in all of this is designed to get you to teach yourself and to get you playing how you want to play, and that's it. If you've got average coordination, there's no reason why you can't. If you just do, you don't. The whole thing with golf is you don't want it to be doing too many things difficult perfectly. You really just need to do a few things that aren't too hard, and it does take a little bit. You have to spend some time. Like I said, I think the last two videos you definitely want to write what I've said down so you can keep that with you when you're playing, and just that way you got it, get familiarised. But from that, with all the videos I've done up till now, you should be able to get out on the course. The next video I'll do will be on equipment and how you get sorted out with that. So yeah, we'll leave it there.